right, super cool day.
It is.
Super cool to be part of something with you brothers.
Thanks, guys, too. Good memories.
Dan Wheldon brings it down the front straightaway. Your winner at the Honda Grand Prix of St. Petersburg, Dan Wheldon picks up the victory, followed closely by his teammate Tony Kanaan.
Being old, I don't know if we're going to remember everything, but I think between the three of us, we could. So it was the oldest guy should remember the most.
The least. He was old at the time.
No, you know what I remember is I remember having the pole and being really excited, and then I remember finishing fourth, and which is great. But my teammates were 1, 2, 3, and I remember being like really personally disappointed after the race. But you know, I went to the podium because that's what we did for each other back then, right? We always went to the winner's circle. So I went to the podium, support you guys, and like it was just so spontaneous. I remember like that moment where he like called me up on stage and and like turned it for me, like made me part of, like, it was like a podium sweep, which was amazing. But then it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so I remember that you guys kind of brought me back out of my own personal funk and said, you know what, hey, this was a really good fucking day.
Don't you feel like, you know, you remember like Michael saying to us, guys, enjoy this era that
it won't last forever.
It won't last forever, but also I don't think you realize how special it was. And obviously circumstances, Danny's not here, but it was really cool. I mean, on my side, I know you're mad. We're all actually mad apart from Dan.
Usual story.
Right? Dan had won everything, but also, for me, same thing as Bryan. I lost the lead because Briscoe closed the door. I was already inside there. So I would be livid losing in the last lap to anybody, right? Yep. And then I was trying to cope that. I was still mad when we took the checker, but when they said 1, 2, 3, 4, same thing, I think the feeling. And at the time, probably was still there, but like it made it better. And nowadays it's actually
a great memory.
It's a great memory.
I was pissed because I had the fuel problem. The car wouldn't take a full tank of fuel, and I was in the lead. And they're like, "Okay, if we got a full tank of fuel, you're looking good." Oh, we didn't get a full tank of fuel, so I was pissed that I finished third. And like you, slowing down lap, I'm like, "Okay, what was the order?" And they said, "Oh, Dan, Tony, you, and Bryan got fourth." I'm like, that's pretty cool.
But typical, that was Dan's year, right? Because you think about, he was on the pole. You actually, to me, had the most fair shot as far as the circumstances made it in the car. You had a problem. Then I had the opportunity to, Briscoe didn't pit, blah, blah, blah. So, and then the guy that was the least out of the three in contention wins the race with his special watch at the time,
the
Lucky Puma.
The one that the band smelled like.
Couldn't really lift the trophy because his suit was so tight that it was like...
Pot kettle, come on, man.
Yes.
Your suit was pretty tight too.
But he beat me to it, that's all you need to know.
But that was his magical year, wasn't it?
It was. He won, the first 5, including the 500.
Including the 500, and just smashed it. It was such an amazing...
You know, the other thing I remember, we totally stitched ourselves up. Remember, because Andretti Green was promoting the race, and we had all our sponsors here. And you remember how many appearances we had? I think we all had like 3 or 4 appearances at night.
Yes.
We were running around to all the different restaurants, and we kept saying, "There's no way we're going to be able to drive on Sunday. We're not going to be able to focus.
So
we got
tired.
so distracted." And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We stitch ourselves up because we can never complain about the appearances.
Are we sending a message to our drivers or something? He's really...
You're the boss.
Love Bryan for that.
We just, you know, we're employees. You're the boss.
Ask my drivers how many appearances they have. 3 a night. So, why not?
All these sponsors.
G-Dub, we miss you, man.
Yeah.
We miss making fun of him. We still do.
Yeah.
He was a pain.
If he was here, he'd still be telling you if you hadn't got together with Briscoe, he had you lined up down
He was
there.
going to pass me in the line before.
He had you anyway.
That race was won.
I
had it figured out, TK.
Yeah.
TK, I had it figured out. I knew what I was doing.
I was just waiting, TK.
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Giving you your moment of glory.
Right. And now I don't think we can wish for 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I think we're all in different. How funny that is too, right?
How funny we're still here.
Well, yes, but also if you look at the top teams in IndyCar, we're only missing Penske here. We were talking about we care, and then the way we use it is we make fun of each other at the end of the day if the other 2 teams don't perform.
All right, super cool day.
It is.
Super cool to be part of something with you brothers.
Thanks, guys, too.
Good memories.